Question 239. Which subject were you worst at school?
Art.
Art.
Surprisingly enough, it was English.
Math pig didn't do good with English.
That's impossible.
I fucking hated the teacher. I handed in my notes for coursework because she was a fucking stupid, all the amount of things I could say about her. And then when I went to redo it, she sent it away again. And I was like, why'd you send it away? And she was like, I didn't think you'd care. So I failed English twice. I was like, fucking boy.
Oh, wow. I never failed but the same subjects, math big, but mine was mostly because of being dyslexic. So.
My mother went into that school afterwards when she found out about that, and me and about 4 other people stood in the hall laughing our tits off because my mother went fucking ape shit at the woman. You think I can get angry? Oh, she went angry.
Do you want a funny story?
Awesome.
You want a funny story? One of the lads I went to school with, we had a science teacher at school. And in the newspaper last year,
you had a science teacher at your school, dude?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Right. Anyway, it's a story about him. Okay, one of the people I went to school with, and I only read this. I didn't keep in contact with him. I read it in the newspaper last year. He was in court. He drove into the schoolyard and punched the teacher because apparently the teacher wasn't very nice to his kid.
Oh, wow.
My son's principal is afraid of me. I shit you not. He will cross the entire schoolyard just to keep from having to walk, in front of me.
What did you do to him?
Scared of me. I screamed in his face. Yeah, and he wasn't expecting that, and he kept calling me ma'am. So I got right up at him and I said, "Stop fucking mamming me." I kind of lost it a little bit. So yeah,
I could just imagine if he replied with "Yes, sir," you would have fucking decked him.
Probably, but I don't know. It's just other things that, in New England, you don't call anybody under 60 ma'am. So, yeah.
Ever since that night with Mark Sargent, I'd always see the G.I. Jane scene when they're being trained as SEALs and they're out in the island, and it's just, he turns around, Master Sergeant, yes, suck my dick. It's just.
I'm never ever going to live that down. Thank you.
No, never.
The worst thing is you're going to repeat it. We know you are.
I say it all the time. I know that. And I realize that now. I didn't before. I've always said it, but I didn't realize how much I said it until now. So.
It's a good personality trait.
Thank you.
So we're not putting that one in the virus.
No. Diana said creative writing. Doc Fearsome.
Another compass.
What?
I'm sorting stuff from the loft. I've just found 2 compasses and 2 ice scrapers.
Yeah. No. I think he's crawling around the loft. Doc says.
A loft in the badger hole?
Of course there is. It's the outside.
Doc says underwater basket weaving. Santi says he was awesome at world history and skipping class. Now they're discussing history. Shadow Kitty said he skipped class so many times he landed in summer school. Do you know what? The fact that I have as good an education as I do, considering I only went to school 3 days a week for 3 years, is remarkable.
By the way, what was the question, Dave?
Which subject were you worst at school?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it's
I
bad.
almost forgot too, and I had to dig it back up.
Go on.
Oh, you want an answer, right?
Yes.
What was it? I'm gonna say art. Because I really enjoy art, but I do not enjoy school art.
Like people who like music but don't like the recorder.
Yeah, I was there in school just fucking trying to do art, and I was like, I really like doing watercolor landscapes. got like a whole art book full of watercolor landscapes. It's like, right, time for the exam. You can't do watercolor landscapes. What the fuck is the what? I fucking spent all this time learning to do watercolor landscapes because I like them, and that's what allows me to express myself artistically. What am I supposed to do? Ended up making this
You know who
weird,
else
like,
loved watercolor landscapes?
I
Who?
did this whole, ended up doing this wonky fucking multi-layered cardboard ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic version of my face. It was absolutely awful.
It was unique.
It was fucking
Is
terrible.
it unique?
Yes.
No,
So
that's different.
I didn't get a very good mark at that.
Amanda.
I said art.
Oh, you did. Oh, see, I wasn't sure if you said it or Beard said it. B
Sorry,
then.
I think I got a bit carried away though. Who else likes watercolor landscapes?
Hitler.
Oh, I fucking knew you were going to say Hitler.
Uh-oh.
Is that the first time we've gone the Hitler?
It's the fir-
I absolutely knew you were going to say Hitler.
Badge is evil. He likes watercolor landscapes.
It wasn't actually. He should have stuck with the art. So, saying.
Yeah, he'd be alive.
Go on, B.
Maybe. Anything past pre-algebra
Mm.
in math. Simple math, I could just do it in my head. But then when I got to algebra, I think I had a bad teacher, honestly.
Mm.
But once I got past pre-algebra, I went to a new school, and I just couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. So I don't know if it was me or the teacher, but
Yeah.
barely passed by the skin of my teeth.
But you passed.
Yeah, a little bit of summer school.
Little bit of summer
but I
school.
passed.
I had a reasonable maths teacher. I couldn't pay attention to what she was saying, but I had a reasonable maths teacher.
I had a very good maths teacher. I took maths a year early.
Oh, wow.
I was already ahead of everyone in secondary school maths.
Yeah.
The problem was I couldn't concentrate because I was trying to calculate the volume of certain parts of the teacher.
Yes.
Oh, my algebra teacher was also a coach for 2 sports teams, so he tried to act like everything was a sport.
Okay.
Everything.
That sounds like hell.
Well, okay, so when you're playing basketball, what's that got to do with algebra? Yeah, right, exactly, man. I mean, I played
I had a
sports, but
physics
shit, it
teacher
had
who
nothing to
used
do
to
with
talk
that.
football.
What's that, Jen?
I had a physics teacher who used to always talk football. So we'd
See?
start the class, he'd say, we're doing this, and then he'd spend the entire class talking about football. And then at the end of it, he goes, did you all get your work done? I go, fuck it.
No, my chemistry teacher was the football coach. That was interesting.
See, we had PE teachers. They were all useless at other subjects. We wouldn't want them teaching you anything.
I really liked my PE teacher. I hated PE, but I liked the teacher. He was
Yeah.
he had like fucking enormous crab hands,
Mm.
and he was like a rugby guy, but he was just a really nice chap. But he took us on like a trip once, and he couldn't row because we were supposed to be like rowing a dinghy, and apparently I was the only person there who'd ever rowed before.
Yeah.
So he was just there, like splashing everybody, trying to row because he had enormous crab hands and couldn't figure out how the oars worked.
Jen. Subject. Worst.
Who?
Jen.
Oh,
I already said
Did you?
English because of my dyslexia.
I thought you were just interrupting Matt Pig at the time. I wasn't sure if that was an answer.
No, I was agreeing with Math Pig that it was my worst subject because of my dyslexia.
Fair enough. Mine would be French. Because it's French.
We.
Oh
taught
yeah,
the
I sucked
teacher.
at French. I forgot about that.
Funny story.
caused them-
I actually was quite good at RE. We get RE over here, and the teacher put me in for the higher class, and I just deliberately answered every question wrong, just as a whole fuck you. And I failed Spanish, and it was the only two in my GCSEs that I really completely fucked up. And my mom turned to me and went, "It's all right. You're not going to be a Spanish priest. We're fine."
I think we may have killed the French teacher. She
Is there a
would come
story
in.
there? Or...
Yeah, she would come in and like put the books out, and then just go and hide in the cupboard, shaking.
What the fuck? You just traumatized the poor woman.
There was one of our classes in school that locked the music teacher in his store for an hour and a half and fucked off and left. Like,
Oddly enough, I have very similar stories about a music teacher that used to get locked in the cupboard.
just get locked in the storeroom, went in, couldn't get back out. The whole classroom went and fucked off for an hour and a half.
It's just something about music teachers. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.